Hello and welcome to my Broke Ass Kitchen Quarantine Edition. I'm your host, Sam Green. Today we're going to be making broke ass spaghetti squash in a broke ass pink sauce with some ground turkey, some spinach. I've never used ground turkey before, so this is all new to me. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little weary about ground turkey, but I'm used to ground barf, but hey, whatever. For today's broke ass sauce, we're going to make pink sauce with ground turkey because we're trying to be a little healthy. So what you'll need is some ground turkey, some milk. Now you could take any cheap gross sauce and make it delicious. With that, you'll need some garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, salt, minced garlic and onion, and some Parmesan cheese. And we're going to throw in that spinach before it goes bad. And butter, y'all. First, what you're going to do is turn the oven on. And you're going to want to cut the spaghetti squash in half. They're really dense, so be careful. Oh, it's crooked. It's alright. Oh. And you're going to want to scrape the seeds out. Then we're going to place it, no seasoning, no oil, no nothing. We're going to place it face down, bam, right on a baking sheet. We're going to put it right in the oven at, if you have a normal, non-broke ass oven, 350. My oven, we cook it till it's done. To start our pink sauce with turkey meat, what we're going to do is we're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter in a frying pan. And we're going to want to throw in small chopped onion and a glob of garlic. We're just going to cook these down a little bit. Cook this onion and this garlic to shit because we still want to taste it in the sauce. So we're not trying to caramelize it or anything. We just want it to get a little softer so it doesn't take too long to cook in the sauce. We're going to add our ground turkey right on top of it. I've never cooked a ground turkey before. I've had it. I didn't really care for it in the past, but I figured I'm going to give it a shot. Whatever. It was cheap. It was like $3.99 for this pound. So I'll give it a little shot here. We're going to want to season the meat here too. We're going to go a little black pepper. Oop, comes out quick. Salt. A little onion powder, a little garlic powder, and we wait. Let this cook down. And then when we add the cheap sauce, we'll season that up too. Make sure it's up to par. You could take any cheap sauce on the market and make it delicious with just a little bit of seasoning. You could use friggin' dollar store sauce as a base, just as long as you know how to season it. A little onion, a little garlic, a little salt, a little pepper. Make that sauce want to shoot. Good thing about ground turkey is there's not a whole bunch of fat in it, so you don't have to constantly keep draining juice off or anything. So we're just gonna add the sauce right to this, with the fat in it, the turkey fat, everything. So we're going to go with our cheap Alfredo sauce. A little bit of water. We're going to get every drop out of that. We don't waste in Broke Ass Kitchen. Bam. Alright, just going to mix that in. Let it cook a little bit. Now we're not making vodka sauce, we're making pink sauce. So we're just going to add a little splash of some cheap red sauce. We're just going to mix that in. Broke ass pink sauce, my friends. Broke ass pink sauce. Broke ass pink meat sauce. beautiful. And we'll just add a little splash of milk there. A little creme. There we go. Now we're just going to let this come to a boil. And then we're going to add our Parmesan cheese to thicken it up a little bit. Spinach. Just about a handful we're going with ours today. We're just going to mix that in. Let it get nice and wilty. Now that the spinach is wilted, we're going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese just to thicken it up a little bit. And then we're going to do a taste test. Let's see what she's all about here. Okay. It's a little bland. So we're looking for, we need a little bit more salt in there. Just going to go a little bit more flavor all around. We want the ground turkey and the sauce to blend well with the spinach. Then we got to add the spaghetti squash. Just don't want anything to be bland. We want a lot of flavor, because the spaghetti squash is bland itself. So we need a lot of flavor to mix with that bland flavor. So that's good. A little more cheese. Picking it up a little bit. I'm running low on cheese. It's an emergency. Now we're going to put this off to the side and let it rest while we wait for our spaghetti squash to cook, which takes forever. You'll know your spaghetti squash is done when it's in the oven. Carefully, you poke it. It's nice and soft. There you go. It's beautiful. In a normal oven, it would be about, I don't know, 45 minutes on 350 or so, give or take. Just, you'll know when it's nice and soft. And then you let it rest for about 15-20 minutes. You want it to cool down because you got to scrape the insides out. Now that the spaghetti squash is cooled, what you're going to do is you want to pick it up and you're going to just scrape the contents of the spaghetti squash. Oh, it's still a little warm. You want to make sure it's nice and cool, but I got some kind of seasoned fingers at this point. Just want to scrape that shell clean. Ooh, I'll get back to that. Let that cool off a little bit. This one too. Just want to, it's real simple. If you cook it enough, it'll be nice and soft inside. That's why we cook it face down, because you want it to kind of steam itself while it's on the baking sheet. I'll get back to that as well when it's cooled off. But as you can see, got nice spaghetti texture there. It's called spaghetti squash, I suppose. Nice, just like spaghetti. Same consistency. Little tougher than spaghetti. I mean, it tastes like a vegetable. Nothing will ever taste as good as carbs and gluten. There you go. So basically what we're going to do is make a spaghetti squash ziti. Now that we got our spaghetti squash shells scraped clean, discard of those. Bam. What we got here is our nice spaghetti squash in the pan. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our pink sauce. We're just going to dump it right on top of this spaghetti squash here. It's kind of healthy, kind of not healthy. That's how we roll. 50-50. We can't be 100% healthy all the time. Shit's boring and flavorless. I mean, cooking healthy doesn't have to be flavorless, but it's not as good as eating unhealthy. Alright. Just Just gonna let that right on top there. A little bit more. There we go. Now in the oven, this is gonna cook off. And all this sauce is gonna cook down. And I got this pre-sliced mozzarella here. Not normally what I would go for, but it was cheap. I rather whole fresh blocks of mozzarella personally, but we can't be bougie all the time. All right. Oh yeah, wait, missing the magical part. More Parmesan. Oh man, I'm out. Shite. That sucks. Anyway, I would put more Parmesan, but I'm out. There we have it, folks. Now we're going to place that in the oven just till that cheese melts and gets a little brown. And, yeah. I'm cheating. I got this garlic bread that you heat in the bag. Let's give it a shot. Once that cheap cheese melts... Damn, that cheese looks terrible. I ain't going to front with y'all in my broke-ass kitchen. That's why I prefer real block expensive cheese, but... whatever. Had the Lidl cheese today. Once the cheese kind of melts, you let this just rest for a couple minutes, and then she's ready to slice up and plate before we fill up on garlic bread and cookies. There you have it, folks. Spaghetti squash in a pink sauce with some ground turkey and spinach. Broke-ass healthy goodness. So here we have it, folks. Spaghetti squash and our broke-ass pink sauce with spinach, ground turkey, mozzarella, and garlic bread. Let's give her a shot. I got a little of everything on there. Let's give her a bath. I'm not sold on the ground turkey. The spaghetti squash and all that is nice. That broke-ass pink sauce we made is good.
Agreed.
Right. The ground turkey, though? I don't know. Well, delicious, but nothing will ever replace real pasta. Real carbs, real glutton.
Real beef.
But hey, we're half healthy tonight on My Broke-Ass Kitchen. Spaghetti squash is good Weight Watchers food. There's a lot of stuff you could do with it. You could add your own sauce. You could add your own meat. You could do whatever you want with it. This is the way I chose to prepare it today. There's a lot of great recipes on Google and stuff. And I mean, it's delicious, but it's not as good as real pasta and ground beef. But hey,
We tried.
I say we did. We made a delicious broke-ass meal. It's not as delicious as it could be, but hey, they don't all have to be winners in broke-ass kitchen. They just have to be eatable, I guess. I don't know. I'll still eat the next couple days, but I wouldn't use this broke-ass recipe again, but whatever.
The sauce is really good.
Yeah, the sauce is pretty banging. But let's get Kelly's on a scale of 1 to 10. They're like
The sauce is like, yeah, the sauce is pretty high up there.
Yeah.
I do not like the turkey though.
Wow.
But the rest of it is banging.
Oh wait! And this is your first time ever having spaghetti squash. What do you think about the squash itself?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with pasta's way better, but it's not terrible.
It's healthy. Healthy never tastes good.
We just got a fat heart, you know.
So anyway, yeah, turns out healthy is not as good as unhealthy, but we tried. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of My Broke-Ass Kitchen, Quarantine Edition. I'm your host, Sam Green, guest starring Kelly. If you like what you saw, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. If you subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see my broke-ass cook almost every day for you. I'm going to try to do this almost every day. I'm not going to commit to anything, but yeah, almost every day. My broke ass can't cook this much. Sometimes you just need a Hot Pocket night, or Elio's Pizza or some shit, Anyway, tomorrow we'll be making egg salad. Broke ass egg salad. Broke ass fart salad. But until then, we will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.